What's up, everybody? Welcome to Characters Welcome, the best damn character show on the planet. I'm Justin Tyler.
I'm Sarah Smallwood Parsons. I didn't wear my goatee tonight, but
yes, but it's right off camera. She'll suck it on eventually. Sarah's come at us from a lovely museum upstairs, and I'm in the basement just cleaning up the old statues.
Yeah, we wanted to show you the biggest and the saddest, you know.
Yeah, it's a real upstairs downstairs situation for the art.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm a Morlock. What's up, Sarah? How are you in this?
I'm good. I got my hair cut for the second time today. Finally got rid of the blonde that I had in there from the hair incident.
Yes. Please remind the viewers of the incident because I believe we featured a photo of it on the show.
A salon bleached my hair incorrectly and gave me burns, then tried to charge me and gaslit me. So I cut all this hair off and I'm starting fresh. It's all red now. Thank you so much. I actually really do appreciate that.
Now, are you going to let it grow out again, or are you committed to the short hair vibe? Because short hair for summer is fun.
I think I'm feeling the short, and this was the first time that, like, she was cutting my hair, and as it was happening, I was in the mirror kind of like, okay. I was kind of like vibing.
You're vibing.
Yeah. I was like, I feel good.
Nice. Someone, Zeukor Zeppelin 10 in the comments says, burn that salon to the ground. That's some advice, but do you have any sort of like Better Call Saul type revenge or some sort of prank scam you want to run on this salon?
Yeah, we would. Are you talking to me or are you talking to the viewers?
I'm talking to, the viewers. Feel free to chime in the comments. Crime we're going to commit. But Sarah, if you have any sort of thing
well, this is what's hard is I don't want anything bad to happen to them.
Nice.
I just want money, you know. I just want more money, and
there it is. Yeah. I just want money from everywhere I can get it. I've never really gotten a fight. Yeah. I never gotten a fight with any sort of hair place, but I go to an Uzbeki barber who we don't speak very much. Only at the end are they like, "You want me to do something about the eyebrows?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude!
Hell yeah, please."
Please.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, my body's freaking out. I don't know what it is.
I love like old school, no flashy stuff barbers. Yeah. There's something very cool about them.
They do the straight razor and foam on the back of the neck, hot towel rubbed in your face with like 2 aggressive fingers. It's it's real. And I do actually enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I guess I could go to a barber now that my hair is like short as heck.
It is fun. I mean, there is such a gender divide about how we get our hair taken care of, but really there's no reason for that.
I don't know. To me, it feels like the sort of masculinity factor of like men aren't allowed to enjoy anything beautiful. So, you know,
I mean, that's true. There's very little pampering.
Say again.
There's very little pampering, and I
got barbers. It's more like cut your hair, like you said. Like even if they're like doing something nice to your face, they have to do it hard, so it's not like connecting with another man. Yeah. Yeah,
exactly. It's an untender situation. But then there's the thing of like now you have a beer when you're having your hair cut. The place I go, the Uzbeki place, he sort of got the message, but he put a bottle of cognac down that's there. If you come at 10 a.m. and he's like, cognac, I'm like, what, dude? It's Tuesday. I'm not going to start with a hot cognac.
I guess the one fun little decoration they put in there is the spinny little red and white guy.
Yes. The old
Where's that come from?
But talking about treating yourself, I got a pedicure for the first time and my nails painted blue, and it was a dream. I'm going to do it. Huh?
I can't believe it's your first one. Aren't they so good?
They're amazing. I'm from upstate New York. I don't even think there are pedicure places for anyone, let alone a place where dudes are rolling through. But I love it.
Again, that masculinity thing, you know?
Toxic. Get it out of here.
You gotta live by those rules, Justin.
I know. I'm free, and I'm loving it.
Did you do it with your daughters?
I did not. I did it while I was working on this show. I was out of town.
Absolutely. You went alone. I love that.
And the woman who did it was 45 minutes late and wildly hungover when she did it, and I felt awful. I was like, "Oh, please you don't have to touch my feet right now." Talk about a hangover situation. Not cool.
You got to get the callus removal where they take a literal cheese grater to your foot. It's absolutely disgusting and very satisfying.
Not to only talk about this on this show so far, but I did that, and I did the thing where they put wax on your ankle or whatever. I don't know what it was, and it felt good, I guess.
They put wax on your what?
They put wax like on your foot, and it I don't know. I don't know what it's called.
Then they just wax the hair off your foot?
No, not. I don't know. There was no.
Okay, maybe like a hot paraffin wax kind of treatment. Yeah. I like that.
Look, see, I still have one blue one. Two blue ones.
Don't do this.
Surprise.
Okay, Justin, we've talked about this. Shame on you.
Oh, look at you. You're ready to do it. Very like hands and feet ambidextrous.
Yeah.
We could talk pampering all day, but this is a character show.
It is actually, unfortunately, and very fortunately, a character.
Good. You better toe the company.
I know. I turned it around right in the middle.
Yeah. Shall we bring out our first character of the
I think we should, yeah.
I'm very excited to bring out this character. Please welcome to the Rectangles, a woman who's dating herself, and it's not going well. Woo!
Wow, crazy running into you. I've actually been dating myself for the last few months, and let me tell you, it is not going well. I guess if I were to describe her, the easiest way would be she is a universe, and in her eyes, there is also another universe. I mean, yeah, I want really badly to love her the way that she needs to be loved, but it's like the second I think I understand her, she changes, and I just can't handle all these games, you know? I know what you're thinking. It's going to be terrible if things go south with us because we'll have to see each other in the bathroom mirror every day for the rest of our lives until we go shit. I know. But I just feel like, you know, like we can make a really good team. Like, imagine if I had me on my side. We could just like take the whole world by storm. Oh my God, I'm talking so much about my thing. Let's talk about your thing. Oh yeah. He definitely likes you, but he's like playing it cool. So just like mirror him. You know, he's mirroring you. Just like mirror him back, okay? Oh, that's so sweet. I really appreciate our friendship too. But you know what? Like this girl, she's not that great, okay? You fine, but like she can be such a bitch sometimes. To me anyway. Like we're supposed to hang out tonight, but like who knows? I mean, like, seriously, who knows? She always says she's going to start to treat me better. Like, she's going to wake up early and take me on walks, and then she oversleeps. The other day, I suggested that we brush our teeth for the full 2 minutes, and she just kind of threw me finger guns and zoned out. Like, maybe I'm kidding myself. She has such a full life. She's always, like, offering people with help editing and obsessing over some other person who doesn't even live in our brain. Like, okay, what do you think this means? The other day, I got her a cupcake. And she was like, we need to be eating more protein. And I was like, I just wanted you to eat something. And she's like, you're spending too much money. And I was like, hey, like, you have to eat. And she was like, I'm sorry. I know. I feel like I stayed up so late working on the screenplay, and I feel like you take for granted that I'm going to do that kind of shit for you because you don't plan. And I was like, bitch, I bought you a cupcake. Like, that was supposed to make that better. I swear, like, I could have killed her. But then, like, she ate the cupcake, and then we had, like, a really good nap. I know. My parents would never go for it. They do not approve of me at all. And I get it. It's like, Arashi is so dysfunctional. Like, she's so kind and sweet when other people are around, but then out of nowhere, she'll just, like, start really bullying me. Like, the other day, she was like, Arashi, like, I know I told you I love your tits in that top, but now I kind of feel like they look simultaneously too big and too small. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but it just doesn't sit right with me. or on me, I guess. And then later I'll like give her space and I'll be like just about to fall asleep. And then she'll just grab me and have her way with me. And it's like, guess who likes my tits now, bitch? I mean, it just like feels so gaslighty, right? It's like crazy mixed signals. But I guess just like when it comes down to it, I really love her, you know? She's like so hard on herself, but she's so gracious and kind and hardworking and generous. And let's face it, she's like the most beautiful girl in the world. Oh, the sex? Perfect every time. She just really knows her body.
Yeah.
Arushi Agni, everybody. Welcome. But that's like, there's some real heartfelt, I love that.
Thank you.
That piece has everything. I laughed, I cried.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm falling in love with myself suddenly in a turn of events. Oof. Arushi, how did you come up with this? Did you, were you just looking in the mirror like it made me feel?
Yeah, I was, having one of my sessions, and then I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror across the room. No, I
love calling them sessions.
Yeah.
I do have a mirror like right by my bed, and I would highly recommend it for anybody who's like struggling with loving themselves. But I will say the reason I wrote this piece, I think, is because I feel like we say really mean shit to ourselves. And then like sometimes when you like look back at it, you're like, wow, like who's this? Like, it's like if you read something that someone wrote about, like said to themselves, like your friend or like whatever, like you would be like, who is this asshole? Like, I'm going to kill them,
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, I wrote this about myself. Yeah. I gotta say, just talking shit to yourself in the mirror, that's something that feels like very sort of intense.
You never talk shit to yourself?
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
I talk shit to myself where I'm like, you idiot. Why didn't you like
We're
not
talking
in front
about
of the mirror?
Like in our minds. We're not like up at the mirror like, you're fat.
No, well, but that's what sort of Arushi was saying. It was like, that is the next level. And what I'm saying is like the intensity of doing that. No wonder we don't do it. It's terrifying.
Okay.
It truly is.
Yeah, like I don't know if do you ever do like a scan when you're like supposed to look good for an event and then you're like, everything is perfect. Ooh, except we can't do anything about that. Like, let's not think about it. Like,
right.
And I feel like taking that moment and like reframing it as like, like who is this dope ass person that I hang out with all the time? Like,
yeah,
she's perfect in every way. Or else, like, you can't break up with yourself. It's just, that's the fact of life. And then that's what sucks. And that's what's funny, I guess.
Yeah, you're the only person you have forever.
Yeah.
So you like kind of have to start being nice to yourself, I guess, at some point. Otherwise, it's just going to be like a bad marriage for like ever.
Yeah, it's a stormy relationship. The ultimate breakup, death with yourself where.
Yeah, exactly. Can't come back from that one.
Yeah, this isn't working.
I don't want to die because I just don't want to leave me,
Yeah, exactly. We're really striding the line between like really sensitive, understanding our emotions and absolute just self-obsession, which is, I guess, sort of our whole thing, right?
A bunch of actors being like, I should love myself more.
Yeah, right.
It is really like the line is so like blurred. Like it's like the line between like self-hatred and like extreme self-delusion.
Right.
Comes back around.
I think it does come back around. Shout to the comment, Hudsonizer, I've insulted myself out loud to the mirror before. Is that strange? I don't think it's strange. I'm saying for myself, that's a step too intense for me to do to me.
Of confrontation.
Exactly. Especially with myself, because I'm like, he means that.
I'll probably more, I'm going to just fake it with myself until I can get away from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like running into a neighbor you didn't really want to see.
That's great. Arushi, what have you been up to? Where are you coming at us from here?
I'm in New York City, baby. The Big Apple.
Wow.
The city that never sleeps. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the truth. Sorry.
No, I believe it. You sound like you just got off the bus this morning. You love it.
Yes, I love it. $2 in my pocket. Like, seriously. Like, I have no money.
Right now, or when you moved here?
When I moved, I like moved for grad school. So yeah, no, I'd saved a little bit, but then like, I don't know. The rent is like ridiculously high and climbing. So
I know.
Truth. Well, you've got that beautiful.
Sorry, not to bring up a downer topic.
No,
that exposed brick.
Yeah, rent is back to being insane in New York.
Where do you live in the city?
So this one's my fault. I live in the Lower East Side, but
wow. You got it.
During like the height of the pandemic. No, right. I moved like when they were like trying to like con people into like renting places.
Yeah, and now
then they raised my rent like, I shit you not, $1,000 upon renewal. And then I bargained with them, and then they took it down to $900 increase, but it was insane.
Oh no! Did you think about moving, or do you just love your place too much?
I love my place. 2, I was like, maybe it'll make me a better, like maybe it'll force me to work. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right. Move to a new place.
You're like, I have to make this money because I have to.
Yes, exactly. And in a way, it does force me to do things I never thought were possible. But now that sounds worse than I meant it to.
The things I've done.
Yeah.
I feel
you don't want to hear. Oh boy.
I feel a sequel character coming on of a woman who broke up with herself to date her apartment. And,
absolutely. I love it. Well, thanks for doing this show.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Anything you want to plug on your way out the door?
Anything to plug?
Oh, yes. I don't know. My handle is @RSGFire, and I have a band called Tin Can Diamonds that's streaming everywhere, and I'm doing Characters Welcome live soon.
Woo!
Great call. And we can just talk about that real quick. Characters Welcome live next Sunday, the 15th of May, at Under St. Mark's, part of Squirrel's residency there. Show's at 7:30. Get your tickets. The link is in the comments. It will be fun. I'm going to be there, having not been there for quite some time. Live and in person. It's going to be. We're at full strength when it comes to hosts. Absolutely. We're going to have a blast.
All right. Bye, Rushi.
Bye, Rushi. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Get the show. 2 weeks. Bing, 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 bing. Finger guns.
Finger guns. Love a finger gun. That's how I communicate. Yeah. I have very good limb control. I always know spatially where I'm at,
You know, I always say that about you, that you have excellent limb control.
It's true. It's true. Spatial awareness. I was a movement-based actor when I moved to New York City. Which is a little window into my insanity when I graduated college. Like, I'll join this movement theater group where all we do for most of rehearsal is stand in the room and move when and how we want to. And at the end of 3 hours, they're like, great work. I was like, what are we doing? What's the goal?
Wait, I might sign up for a summer intensive at a studio where they want to do acting, voice, and movement, and I was like, what is movement?
I mean, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of like character intention. I mean, I joke about saying I'm a classically trained actor a lot in my life, but I truly did go to school for theater. I did Shakespeare in New York and around. I toured as a Shakespearean actor for many years, so like I did all that movement, Alexander technique, breath.
Have you ever done a Shakespearean character?
I did in pandemic. I did like a King Lear,
right?
My King Lear, my pandemic King Lear, I think. But I haven't done a lot of that, and I miss doing that. It is
I just want to say to the chat, if anyone can locate a video of Justin doing serious Shakespeare, I would be eternally grateful. I'd really like to see that.
Please don't find a video.
Dramatic acting is hard.
Let's just start with a picture. Nah, it's true.
I feel like us comedians like to pretend we're so vulnerable, but then like ask us to take ourselves seriously in a dramatic scene, and we're like, bleh. Yeah.
I know. We are like very cool until we have to do something that is not cool, and we're like, oh God, this is truly I'm not prepared for this.
Right.
But what I am prepared for is to talk very briefly about how you support the artists on the show. Drop us some cash at our business Venmo at Characters Welcome. You can see it on here. It's a business Venmo. Throw us some cash, and we will read your comment on the live stream air. You could say anything you want. It could be about my pedicure. It could be about Sarah's butterfly. The world is your oyster.
That's a moth, but sorry, this is flipped.
Oh yeah, is that a moth? That's a pretty moth.
It's a pretty moth,
yeah. Zcor Zeppelin 10 says, "You ever perform Shakespeare in Battery Park?" I think I performed Shakespeare in every park in this city. I did a thing called Shakespeare in the Parking Lot for a couple summers, which was at the Ludlow parking lot down in the Lower East Side. One of the best theatrical experiences of my life. Truly,
that's a great fuck you to Shakespeare in the Park. Yeah.
Shakespeare in the Parking Lot. We're dirty. We're coming up.
Did you get people that thought they went to Shakespeare in the Park? I feel like I would.
Yeah, it was all old couples. We were fleecing them their money. They were like, "Are you Paul Rudd?" And I'm like, "Yes,
yes,
I'm Paul Rudd."
And I am also Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I was an all Rudd cast, naturally.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Should we keep this going with a wacky wild character?
Yes, let's get into Wacky Wild. I love this character. It's one of my faves. If you need a minute, are you good?
Yeah, I just couldn't tell if you were being sarcastic.
No, I do. I do.
Hell yeah, love it. Great.
Ready? Please welcome out to the rectangles a woman who is so fucking full.
Woo! Oh my God. I'm so fucking full right now. Just got lunch at Golden Corral. I went to town on that barbecue buffet. I'm so fucking full. I mean, I knew I wouldn't want to eat after this abortion, so God. I'm just glad we do this laying down. I need to digest. Oh God, I'm sorry. That must seem so insensitive. Listen, I was like a mess last week when I found out I was 5 weeks pregnant, but you know, I processed it and I've decided that I'm going to exercise my freaking right to choose. Just like earlier when I chose all of the sides, I ate all of the sides at Golden Corral. Okay, potato wedges, okay, mac balls. I am so fucking full right now. But honestly, if I had some of their chicken wings here right now, I'd keep eating them. I'm serious. Okay. They are that good. Oh, the sonogram. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh my God. And the sauces. Okay. Honey mustard, blueberry barbecue, chipotle mayo. I was triple dipping those wings. I think I still have some under my fingernails. Do you guys have those like wet naps? That's my uterus. Cool. Hey, doesn't it kind of look like a ham? God, they got a whole table of hams at Golden Corral. Sorry, I'm talking about Golden Corral again. Listen, I'm seriously so fucking grateful that I moved to a town or a city with safe and easy access to an abortion. I just wish it didn't have a Golden Corral, okay? Because I cannot help myself, okay? It's so fucking good, and I'm so fucking full. God, you want a real show on that sonogram? Move that wand up a couple inches to my stomach. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a whole baby back rib in there the way I was sucking them down. Oh, and it's so affordable. $15 a person. $15 a person. This abortion is $3.75. I go to Golden Corral like 10 times. I should be eating salads, you know? Tell you one thing. Salad bar at Golden Corral, untouched. Except the bowl of ranch. Thing was licked clean. Oh, we're starting. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is really uncomfortable. No, not the procedure. How fucking full I am. I am so fucking full. I was really hoping that local anesthetic would just like numb the whole area. You know what I mean? God, while you're down there, could you get the food baby out of me too? Sorry. Yes, I am here by myself. My boyfriend offered to come for moral support, but I told him, listen, I have done my research. It's a bundle of cells at this point. It is not like we're killing something. So I just left him at Golden Corral. He was like, good, I'm not done. I will see you at home. Maybe I'll text him after this. See if he's still there. Maybe I could fit some dessert in once you've made a little space. God, what am I saying? What am I saying? I sound insane right now. I sound completely insane. Golden Corral's all the way across town. It would be closed by the time I got there. We're done. Wow. Okay. Thank you. God, it's like all of a sudden, I hope I made the right decision. Because the Chinese buffet is also incredible.
Yeah. Sarah Smallwood Parsons, everybody, bringing some of that heat. That character only gets tragically more important and topical.
Right.
Literally every time I've seen it. A true nightmare. But what I love about that piece is the jokes are in between. Like, it's very rare to have the joke on sort of the downbeat, and it's great. You don't ever feel that.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's like the rest.
And like, not to, I mean, I'm such a bad musicality person, but this one I hear is music of the like hit, dip, joke,
really?
hit. Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's cool.
You can never notice that stuff about your own pieces.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
And how long ago did you write this originally?
A couple years ago. I was on Characters Welcome at the time. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know how my uterus was being attacked at the time, but it was being attacked as and I wanted to write a character where the base reality is abortion, because like sometimes an abortion isn't that big of a fucking deal. Like, I would get an abortion in a heartbeat, and I'm proud of it. Just normalizing 100%. It. Let's normalize it.
I'm a big supporter of that. Normalizing, I believe abortion should be, it's a scientific procedure that is a decision that we as humans have evolved and learned enough to be able to be in control of our lives.
I know.
At least
Can
it felt that way.
Jorge?
What's that?
Can we get that confetti, Jorge?
Yeah. All to the abortion confetti. I mean, it's obviously a horrifying week. I've been doom scrolling and crying when I see Elizabeth Warren. With rage. It's so insane.
I really enjoyed that confetti.
Yeah.
I now need to put what'd you call it again? You called it abortion confetti.
Abortion confetti. It's it's a special tab.
We're cut, like it's the ones that are cut into shapes. It's like a little bit.
Exactly. Those are all Plan B pills shaped dropping.
Which don't work if you're over 155 pounds, which people need to know.
Oh, I did not know that. That feels like a big flaw in the design.
Really oversight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
I'm over 155 pounds, so yeah, I would have to take 2 or something.
I love take 2 or something. I feel like we should answer that a little bit more specifically.
I'll take a few, a handful.
Plan B and B.
Only take one, but please only take the doctor recommended amount of Plan B.
Good.
But yeah.
Great. And while we're talking about it, let me shout out one of my good friends, Allison Leiby, here in the city. Great stand-up. She has a show, Oh God, an Hour, about abortion, running at in the city that is fully worth seeing. I've seen it a couple times on its progression toward it's at the Cherry Lane Theater almost every night of the week. Check it out for a great show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Really good stand-up show talking about her experience having an abortion and what she was thinking, feeling, how it connected her back in time to her mom, and how I imagine that the show's changing a bit as the days go on.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Great. So
that has to go next.
Yeah, I pity that bastard. Well, let's talk about something else briefly as a
what should we talk about briefly?
Spring's here. What you got coming up for spring?
Spring has sprung. I'm thinking about taking a dramatic acting class, which I've never done before, ever.
Now, are you like, I want to just try this out? Are you like, I want to change up my trajectory a little bit and get into some heavier roles?
Not trajectory. I'm not really looking for a heavy role, but I do think it's something I feel vulnerable about. And it would be cool to, usually what I do at a dramatic audition is before I walk in, I go, hope I cry, because I don't know if you know, every female dramatic audition I've ever auditioned for has been crying.
Right.
I really expect you to cry. And I never forget, I auditioned for this one really sad play, and I like bawled during my audition. I like felt really good about it. Like, that was great. And they're like, can we just do one tweak on this line here?
And you were like,
no.
No. Oh, hilarious.
Sorry, I can do that once.
Yeah. They're like, once a night or just once total?
It really is a roll of the dice. So I would like to feel more in control of that. Yeah. So
I believe it was Olivier who first said, well, I hope I cry. And then he took the stage.
Normally, I just think about how I'm feeling in the room at the time, and it does make me cry.
Well, I mean, that's totally fair. I feel like crying a lot. I mean, I haven't gone on to nearly as many auditions as I used to, but what a time. What an easy place to cry.
If you just look at these 4 people and think about them judging you, it works really well, surprisingly well.
Oh, I don't mind the judgment. My biggest thing about disinterest, where I just want to be like, come on, man, I took the subway all the way here. Please watch for like 1 second. Yeah. Like, it's so easy to look up. You can think about other stuff while your eyes are pointed at me, but to be on your phone or your laptop, get the fuck out of here.
I love that. While we're literally bawling. And also the person we're reading against reads like this. Helen, I thought you said you were going to get the newspaper yesterday. They give us nothing. So, actually, now that I think about it, it sounds like I don't need any help, but the system needs to be improved,
There you go.
There you go.
I don't need to take an acting class. The rest of the world needs to take a human class. Think about it.
This next character, Justin, what do you think?
Let's do it. I'm excited for this next piece. I mean, we've all encountered this type of person on an almost daily basis, I would wager. What do you say? Please welcome out a podcast host.
What's up, everybody, and welcome into the podcast of all podcasts, the Comedians Comedy Podcast, streaming live here on Facebook and YouTube. Oh man, Facebook and YouTube, definitely in my top 100 streaming platforms. I mean, like, there aren't enough streaming platforms. Like, when I go to Bing.com and I search streaming platforms, like, nothing comes up. Like, what? Anyway, thanks to YouTube and Facebook for streaming this tonight. I am your host, John Smith. John Smiths. That's right, 2 hyphens. And I'm going to be with you for the next 4.5 hours as I talk about absolutely nothing. A little bit about me. I'm a cisgendered straight white man, and I have no idea what that means. I would describe my podcast as edgy and controversial, but I will take no responsibility whatsoever for the things I say or do on the pod. Before we get really started, though, I do have a Patreon page, so it'd be really sweet if you guys could hit that up. It's not like other like comedy podcast Patreon pages. It's a tier system. So there are 2 tiers. First tier is a $10 tier, so you get that sweet audio content, and you also get video content of all the podcasts I do. And of course, we all know podcasts are best looked at and viewed on a video. The next tier I have is for $5,000 a month, which I call the trust fund tier. You get all that audio content, video content, and then you also get a phone call from me once a month where it's a one-sided conversation where I talk at you about all the non-union auditions I'm going on and how Jake Lacey's stealing all my parts. You don't know who Jake Lacey is, you should Bing him. He looks exactly like me, except he's more handsome and more talented. Anyway, this is the portion of the show where I do some crowd work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this like streaming platform. I'm going to talk to each and every person that's watching this show right now. And I hope to break up this portion of the video into 15 small videos to put up on TikTok. So I hope it goes viral so I can do some branded content. Because that's why everybody gets into comedy, to do branded content, right? Yeah. So like when I go in the audience, I'm just going to like ask you some questions about your job and hope that it's really weird and funny. And I don't have to like do much. So you'll carry the load of being funny. And so the audience will be like on my side and like, I'll just kind of pick on you for 5 minutes. Does anybody want to volunteer for that? No, that's weird. Anyway, I don't know if you could tell from my amazing personality, but I also do stand-up comedy as well. I would describe my stand-up as April Fool's Day every day. But yeah, if I can get like real serious for a moment, like stand-up's like really cool right now. I think like people are doing like really cool stuff on stage. I think it's like a renaissance. Like people are talking about themselves. Like people are getting vulnerable, like talking about their family, like their upbringing, like, and it's like cool to like see that this art form is growing and evolving. Anyway, I looked at my butthole in the mirror the other day. You guys ever looked at your butthole? It's crazy. I have a huge butthole. Never knew. Oh man. Anyway, so since this is a podcast, I have to pay the bills, as they say. I'm gonna read a podcast ad right here live on the air. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one take of this. No matter how many flubs I have, I'm only doing one take. And for some reason, the audio of this is gonna sound completely shitty. Here we go. So this portion of the show, I'm gonna read off my phone because I don't like to memorize. This portion of the show is brought to you by HelloFresh. Hey, are you too dumb to read a cookbook or shop at the grocery store? If these tasks are too daunting for you, I want your life. HelloFresh gives you all the ingredients in the recipe, but we all know you can't cook because if you could cook, you'd go to the grocery store. For this next section, please use a personal anecdote to help personalize the product. I used HelloFresh and it ruled. All right, HelloFresh, cool. That was a podcast ad read. I just got $100. Sick, my dudes. Looks like I've been getting the light the entire time I've been on stage here. So I'm just gonna wrap this up real quick with a couple more bits for like 10 more minutes. Actually, I have some merch that I'm selling on podswag.com. If you see me in the streets, this is all the like clothing I have. So this is the only thing I wear. But I'm selling t-shirts and hoodies for $200 each. I paid the designer of these in experience, and it'd be really cool if you bought some. And if you do, you get signed up immediately for my email list, which, you know, whether you want that or not, it's going to happen. And you'll get all my sweet emails about how I wake up at 11 a.m. every day, scream crying about how I didn't get a JFL audition and how that my commercial agent dropped me after 3 years of not booking anything. Join the comedy revolution, my dudes. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to go out on a high note. Here we go. I'm going back to the phone because I know people love the phone. So this last portion of the podcast is called, Is This Something? So what I'm going to do is I'm I'm gonna read a joke I wrote off my phone after waking up in a haze from taking 6 edibles. And so what I do is I write down all my thoughts and my jokes. So I'm just gonna try this out on you guys because like you're here, and so like why not, right? Okay, so here we go. So it's Will Smith saying, keep my wife's name out of your mouth, but said like Borat. So it's like, keep my wife's name out your mouth. Crushed it. Oh, that's man, good. That's so funny. That's so funny. All right, what else is going on? I guess that's it for me. Everybody, please like and subscribe because this is all I have.
Yeah.
Marshall Stratton, everybody.
Yeah.
Bringing us a little too close for comfort to a lot of
I like to
portions.
fly close to the sun, baby, you know? Come on.
And so I just need a second. I have to rewrite this Will Smith joke I had in my piece.
I mean, yeah, please do.
Wow.
I really want you to write a character that's a guy who uses like a wish from a genie to make every day April Fool's Day and just dealing with the repercussions of that. That's so funny.
Honestly, I'll write that down. That's very funny. I really like that.
That is really funny. Like a former comedian who now hates. He's just like only angry at all of the Fool's Day experience he's having.
That's not what I meant, but I like that.
Yeah, Jeannie. Oh man, you hit me up on the right day, man. I fucking hate comedy right now, dude. So here we go. 3 wishes. April Fool's Day for fucking everybody.
So that felt like there was some real personal, close to home stuff. Have you been listening to a lot of comedy podcasts? Have you been not getting along with your agent?
No, everything at Stuart Talent's great.
Great.
Flying high. Re-signed recently. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Let's be clear. That's different confetti. It's different confetti.
Excited to go out once a month. Very excited. No, I mean, like, I think I just started listening to like too many podcasts, and so I would take in too much stuff, and then like my day was kind of centered around like when they would drop, and I would listen to them. It's like, this is too much, right? And then it feels like there are a lot of comedians that like make their podcast their life. Like that's all they talk about and do. And so I was just like, well, what if like, I just like go to the, Instagram with like a meta. Yeah. What if I do that? I'm not doing a podcast, but what if I make fun of it, you know?
Yeah. The core of all character work is, what if I do that?
What if I can do that?
We're all dreamers at our core.
What are your favorite podcasts? Both of you.
I listen to a lot of like sports podcasts right now. Okay. So like, I mean, like comedy stuff. It's like, there's a bunch of them, but like it's a lot of sports about like the Memphis Grizzlies specifically. Because
that's targeted.
Yeah, so it's like every writer from like the local Memphis newspapers have like a podcast, and I listen to all of them, and they all say the same thing. But I'm like, man, I'm excited.
Comforting.
Man.
Yeah, comforting.
Yeah, I do that with true crime podcasts, and it'll be like they found a torso, and I go, oh, it's the torso one. Cool.
Yeah. Ooh, yes.
Wow. Wait, are you re-listening one?
Well, I'll listen to different true crime podcasts, but a lot of times, like for example, I just watched remember Serial when Serial was huge with the case with Adnan, who I think is still in prison. They made a documentary version of it. So I did watch that. And it did have some updates, but mostly it was a repetition of what happened in Serial.
I also watched that. And that's when the development of podcasts, I'm like, we did this already. Shouts to Amanda Seyfried and The Dropout. I listened to that podcast, so I started watching the show. I was like, I know this.
I do want to actually, can I promote a podcast real quick that I just started listening to? It's Michael Cruz Kane. It's his podcast, A Good Cry. And for somebody that like lost a loved one, it's like a really accessible way to like think about this stuff. I think it's really rad. I just want to
He's good host. He's got some great stories.
Anyway, Marshall, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm not putting myself out there and being vulnerable, but I'm making comedy. This is the plug section. We plugging? Can I plug?
Sure, plug up.
Sure, we can plug.
Yeah,
Get
I've been
plugged.
writing. Yeah, I've been writing for this YouTube channel. It's 2015 all over again. Yeah, I've been writing for this YouTube channel for the last couple months. It's called Sour Pickles TV. We just released some hot Star Wars content today that I wrote.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, check it out. We're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everything. Yeah, so it's been really fun. So yeah, please check that out.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Yeah. Hey, thanks so much. It's been a real treat.
It's hard to get those jobs anymore. That was such a big thing, and then it all went away. So
it was quick too. It's like Facebook just changed their algorithm, and then everything just tanked.
Went away. Wild. I mean, I don't know if Sarah has any stories about working for a comedy internet channel. And the positives and negatives of that.
I don't know. You mean one where you're supposed to work there for 18 months and then they fire you after 3?
I guess that's a funny specific to say, but yeah, I guess that's.
I'm just kidding. Hey, it was a great crew. It was a great time. I'm very grateful for the job.
Nice.
I'm very grateful for the job. Please hire me again.
Nice. Glasses upside down.
Yes. Comedy 101.
Look smarter. It's a trick.
Yeah. It's a trick. Well, thanks for coming out, Marshall. It's great to see you. I haven't seen you in a bit.
Great to see you all. Thanks for having me. This was a real treat.
Miss you, Marshall.
And say hi to 90s Jerry Seinfeld, who I'm assuming is standing right up.
Oh, I will. Oh, I live in a comedy club.
Cut him off, Corey. Cut him off.
Yeah, get him out of here. Very fun. Great to take down the hand that feeds you. I
love that hand. Please feed me again.
Yeah. I love the metaphor, the image of biting the hand that feeds you, as if like any job you get, a hand pushes some like mashed potatoes into your mouth and you're like, enjoy that career. I want to shout out one comment from Stevie. Justin, I better be hearing your voice in a certain podcast finale soon. Stevie, talking about the Mission to Zix, an improvised sci-fi podcast that I play a recurring character on. No spoilers coming out, but that show's very fun. It's coming to a close in the next couple months.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah, and then we got a comment from XJRX. Does Sarah have any true crime suggestions, please? I will have to take advantage of this. Yes, please listen to My Favorite Murder, and then watch An American Murder. Watch Disappearance of Madeleine McCann. That's all I can think of off the top of my head.
Wow, I was gonna say that was a strong list right out of the gate.
All right.
And then my main sort of podcast I'm launching is explaining this picture of me as a Shakespearean actor that
wow, can we toss that up?
Says that he has.
Whoa! No. I don't know if that's Shakespeare.
That's not. And that's from that's steampunk.
Steampunk, right? Oh, there he is. Look at the sword.
Look at that young man.
Justin, what a handsome young man. I could see him in the quad.
Yes. Oh, wait.
George in the winner.
You're too deep.
Can we get some more horror? We need the rule of threes. There he is.
Hilarious. That picture of me in
John Arbuckle can suck.
Self-suck. Shout out to Eric Feurer, self-suck, the self-suck king.
Yeah, we miss
that
Eric.
Picture of me. We do miss Eric. That picture of me in the shorts in winter was when I was in high school. That's a high school photo.
Look at those glasses. Dude. Those are, what was this? What would this have been? I'm trying not to get in trouble. Would this have been
don't say, we can say the 80s.
Would this have been the early 90s?
No, the late 90s.
The late 90s. I meant to say the late 90s, right?
Yeah.
I know you're not 80s. Terribly
old.
Get
the fuck out of here with that talk.
No. I'm not saying you're old. I just can't do math.
You can't do, Well, no, it's hard to think of time. Because honestly, if I had to actually pick out what year it was,
it'd be hard.
A comment from Carly. I've done some digging looking for Shakespeare content. I think I've learned too much.
Ooh.
About Shakespeare or about your boy JT, because I have some concerns then.
Go ahead and send that too much over to Jorge.
Fortunately, I don't know how public Jorge's email address is. It's only for Inner Circle.
I bet they get that.
12th Night in the Parking Lot? Yes, I think so. Did 12th Night and Midsummer Night's Dream. But yes, let's keep it going.
Oh, okay. Should we kick it into this next character? Would that be insane?
Let's do it, and only if it's spelled correctly.
All right, I know. Some people think it's 2 L's. It's just one. Please welcome a sommelier.
Woo-hoo!
Schönes Mädchen, komm doch noch rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nie wieder.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je m'appelle David, and I am the sommelier here at the Kroger grocery store wine bar in beautiful cosmopolitan Toledo, Ohio. It makes so much sense to have the wine here in this grocery store. As the sign reads, it's wine o'clock somewhere. And despite the fact that it is a hard 10 a.m. currently, I am very excited to pour you a very large glass of wine so that you can drunkenly buy a truly fucked up amount of Cheerios. Before you ask, I am not that very sexual candelabra from Beauty and the Beast, but dear God, I wish that I was. Now, I know what you are thinking. How did a bright, charming sommelier from Marseille end up pouring yellowtail into the mouths of America's aunts in the same place you buy your laxatives? Well, it is a tale as old as time. Back in France, I mistook a Semillon for a Chenin Blanc, so naturally my wife left me, my parents spit in my face, and President Macron himself slapped the cigarette out of my mouth and put me on the slow boat to Ohio. I am in a truly dark place, but I have American television to fall back on. Ted Lasso, wow, nothing gets that guy down. Okay. What sort of wine are you interested in? Oh, okay, any. Great. Well, I can see you've brought your own oversized plastic wine mug that reads, "Fill her up and put me in the farting chair." Okay, magnifique. Maybe before you head to your flatulence throne, let me offer you some options for wine. I have a lovely Oregon Pinot Noir that pairs nicely with existential dread and sampling the new line of Rachel Ray Cheese Nards, aisle 6. Perhaps a Bordeaux with great legs and notes of black cherry, McMansion air conditioning, and a very stupid child. You know, it tastes like you have a very stupid child. Does this ring any bells? You're going to love this. This is perfect for you. Oh! Maybe this Pinot Grigio from Who Gives a Fuck. It looks, smells, and tastes like the urine from a long-haul trucker on an all-bean diet. And I've already put it into your wine bowl, so that's probably good enough. Oh, pardon. You have a second cup that reads Dan and Dana's gender reveal party. If it's a girl, we're putting her back in. Okay. That is a lot for a cup to say, mademoiselle. Well, let me get something special for your backup cup. Perhaps something from any of the local Toledo wineries. I have a Chardonnay, yes, that is made from grape Jolly Ranchers aged for 6 weeks in a half-empty Pringles container. Beautiful. You'll taste the sour cream and the onion. Or perhaps a Pepsi Noir. It's a Pepsi from the 1980s I found in a junkyard that tastes like bugs and makes you go blind. But what do you need to see? Or how about a Sauvignon Ranch? It's just ranch dressing mixed with dishwasher detergent. Yes, you can drink it and clean your jewelry in it. So what a double feature. Anyway, bon chance, happy shopping, and cheers. May all of your coupons be redeemable, and may you do your best to not drunkenly smash your cart through the lobster tank. Even though I can see from the lobster corpses slowly dying all over the floor that you already have. Bonjour!
Yeah, Justin Tyler! I don't know why, Justin, but I took notes of all the stuff I liked.
Yes, great.
I think I went into teacher mode and I just wrote down nice things.
Excellent, good. I think you need to punch that up a little bit. The accent comes in and out, let's be honest.
I love I literally cannot order wine or beer. I have no idea what anything is. It's so humiliating to go to a fancy restaurant and be like, just pick your favorite red one. Like, I don't
Yeah. I mean, it is a little bit. I spent 10 years working in fine dining and bartending and stuff. So I have absorbed a lot of that knowledge, but it is a little bit of a, you don't need to know anything. Just like order one.
Just order one, yeah. And
so don't feel
happy with it because you don't like it, you know?
There's a lot of pressure on like, very specific, but it's all the people who work there that are the ones who care so much.
I really love, this is a Chardonnay from Who Gives a Fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, you could write a whole piece just like taking down wine culture. That's so funny.
I love it. Wine culture is insane. I'm a big, especially when I was bartending, I'm a big anti-elitist. When someone comes in and they're like, oh, I only drink top shelf vodka. I don't drink anything below Grey Goose or whatever. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to make your cocktail with what I'm going to make it, and you're going to taste the same. So I would always challenge people, like, I will make you 2 cocktails, one with rail, one with your top shelf. You will not tell the difference.
Really?
And honestly, very rarely could they tell the difference.
And you would really do that?
Bullshit. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it's such a, like that, especially with liquor in a cocktail. Like, you want to pay $15 for your high-end thing? Cool. But especially in a cocktail, it's going to taste about the same. And people are like, I don't get hungover when I drink Grey Goose. I'm like, okay, you had 9 of them. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, maybe you don't remember that you had.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, also my favorite line is you can clean your jewelry with it. That's so fucking good. When I was a kid, I used to polish. My mom had old family silver, and I used to polish the silver for fun.
Oh, wow.
I would request to polish the silver.
That's the kind of thing that a parent would be like, they would call up their friends and be like, Sarah's cleaning all the silverware? Is she a genius? What's going on with her? Is this a normal
other way?
Yeah. That's really funny. And so now how much actual silverware do you have? Yeah, I mean, you love collecting antiques.
My cousin has that silver and is going through it, and yeah, it's weird. It's weird I have family silver.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like a fucking elitist.
Yeah. And as I just said, yep, there it is.
Money.
As I said, I'm an anti-elitist. So,
yeah.
But honestly, having family stuff like that everybody had that at some, it was like the nice plates.
Yeah. Some people, yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody's strong. But I mean, like,
humble yourself, Justin.
Well, honestly, we didn't really have that. My family's from Canada. We ate with sticks. But like people, Canada? Yeah, there it is.
There it is. No wonder
my ancestors came down from Canada.
Ah, okay. You're not from Canada.
No, I'm from the border though.
For a second there, I thought I had forgotten that you were originally from Canada, so I pretended like it was a joke.
Yeah. Good. And that's just a little lesson in how to handle a situation where
how to handle any and all situations. God, Justin, I have some sad news.
What?
We're down to our last character.
Comedy's over for the night.
And then after that, comedy's over for the night.
Yeah.
Not sad.
No comedy after this. So
there's absolutely no comedy after this.
Yep. So literally, as soon as this character blacks out, close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Listen to the banter, which is still going to be funny.
Yeah, listen to it like a podcast.
Like a podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone's dream. And say goodnight comedy. And put comedy to bed, tuck it in, read comedy, a little story.
Give it a little kiss.
I want to write a children's book called Goodnight Comedy in the style of Goodnight Moon.
I love that. Do that. Oh my God.
That actually is a
little bit of it right now.
That is a good idea. Because I've read that book.
Yeah.
Goodnight, Jay Leno.
Good night, Mike Stand.
Yeah.
Good night, set list. And
good night, Heckler.
Sponsor brand. Good night, Heckler.
Good night, tiny water bottle. Good night, racist who goes full throttle. That has to rhyme a little bit.
Okay, we have to write. Either you write it or we'll write it together. We have to write Goodnight Comedy.
Yo, this is we should read this on the show next time we're on together.
Let's do it.
Goodnight Comedy. That's really funny.
No joke. Okay, we're going to do it. But first, Maybe bring out our last character. Would that be Psycho?
That would, yeah, that would be so crazy. Oh wait, we did get a comment. Hit us up on the Venmo. If there, I was a comment earlier. If you don't have Venmo, we don't have a PayPal for the show, but hit us up on the individual, and we'll be honest about it on our PayPal's attached to, I guess, our email addresses. I don't know how that works, but we did get from Kyle Hudson, being funny, I guess. Shouts to that. I'll take it.
Hey, thank you.
And here from Matt Lind, not sure what the going rate is in 2022, but have a plan B on us. Love the sketches. The Minneapolis Billiard Club. Shouts
what?
To the Minneapolis Billiard
Club.
That is awesome. $25 a hit on that.
That is so nice.
Yeah. And look, that's what I'm talking about. That character hits in a way that goes beyond comedy.
Justin, I think with $25 we can finally quit comedy.
Yeah, I think we can quit comedy. Absolutely. So when I say good night comedy, well, we're children's book authors at this point.
Oh man, Minneapolis Billiard Club. That means a lot.
That's really nice. Thank you. Anytime anyone's driving through Minneapolis, go put a rack away, for us.
Speaking of places, maybe we should get off to this next character.
It's great. Yeah, hit it.
Please welcome Gabe Lewis, Long Island horse breeder.
Hope you're having a good evening. I'm Gabe Lewis. Now, I ain't no comedian. So you're probably wondering, what's a Long Island millionaire doing on an online comedy show? Well, I'm here to promote my dang book. It's called Even Littler Women. Now, I ain't gonna bullshit y'all. It's the events of Little Women, except all the women are an inch shorter. And all the men are a centimeter taller. Now, why would I write such a stupid book? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm tired of all this short king nonsense. No man is a king. I work hard. I sell ponies to people in the entertainment industry. And I have never, for one moment, ever considered myself any rank above any human being on this earth, let alone a king. No man is king. Not even the Prophet Muhammad is a king. Final messenger of Allah, but he ain't no king. It makes me sick to my stomach. That's some schlub who looks like Jason Alexander spent 2 decades in a WeWork. Just because it's standing next to a woman who's 5'4" in heels. Now, you may be wondering, how does the book Even Littler Women solve any of it? Well, I'll tell you, we're not going to solve this problem with negativity. These tiny little goblin men are receiving praise for the first time in their lives wrongly. And if you insult them, they're just going to dig their stubby little fingers even deeper into their thronal eyes. So what do? We uplift their female counterparts. Now, we're not going to call them short queens because we're not going to stoop to monarchy and imperialism like they did. No, we're simply going to acknowledge smaller adult women in the same celebrated tones these false kings of shortness get. So you see a woman who's, say, 5'1", say, hell yeah, little woman. I appreciate that you simply exist in life. You see a woman right next to her who's 5 foot on the dot. You say, you go even, littler woman. You stay away by just being yourself. That's the kind of positivity that I think could defeat this evil concept that any man could be a king. Now, I'm just a simple Long Island boy whose family has been selling ponies to the media elite ever since the Hays Code was enacted. But I think nothing would do more to purge the world of this sickness than to see this book get adapted into a movie and to see Bob Odenkirk 1 centimeter taller than he usually is say, ma, even littler women.
Yes.
Hey,
Connor Oser, everybody.
Oh, I can listen to you say littler.
The littler in that classic Long Island accent. So funny. I mean, I feel like we ask this all the time, like, what first got you on this? This one's so specific. What were you reading, Little Women? Were you like, how could I heighten?
No. I was just like brainstorming stuff. Eventually, I just said, even littler women, and I just like toyed around with it. I was trying to figure out what's funny for this person. Like, I was stuck on like, I'm a being from the fifth dimension. Use my book. Like, eventually, I thought it was funny to just be like. Eventually, I was like, no man is king. Okay, that's his reason. We'll make it work.
No man is king. It's true.
King. You short kings out there. If there's anybody that needs to get taken down, it's the short kings.
It's the short kings. They've had too good, too long very recently.
So true. I didn't know the Long Island horse game was so competitive.
Who knows? The horse thing's this is a new character. It's very recent. Just 2 days ago, I was like, okay, sells ponies to the entertainment industry.
I love that we barely heard about the ponies.
It's very funny. I love that specific.
I love this character.
I will say it does make me want to hear like 3 celebrities and the name of the horse they bought from their character. Like, that's super funny. Connor, how have you been? Where are you? What's been going on?
I'm in fuck, I did the character, but I'm in Bushwick. Just trying to. Ramadan recently ended. Fun. Very tired. So I'm just trying to. I've been making some videos recently. It's been very fun. So I'm trying to do more of that. Find people who are good with the camera.
Where are those videos?
What? Just on my Instagram and I guess on YouTube. That's where you can find them. They're fun. It's 2 so far, both for a show, but it's very fun.
Awesome.
I think they're good. I made the music for them. I edited them. It's cool.
You made the music?
I made the music. Yeah, I play the bass clarinet and the tenor sax, and everything else is just like keyboards.
What? Connor, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
those are hard instruments. You can't just walk into those.
Well, you have to do the mouse stuff. You have to. I spent years of my life.
Okay.
Playing, so I put it to use.
I learned some mouse stuff.
Gotta learn the mouse stuff. Well,
it's called the embouchure.
The embouchure. When I was in 4th grade, that's when we choose instruments. Where I grew up in the 90s, I was like, I'm gonna play the flute. I was the only boy in maybe the history of the school who said he wanted to play the flute. Never got a sound out of it the entire time I tried.
Absolutely. I played the trumpet and I lost it very quickly. And then I had to keep going to practice, but I didn't have a trumpet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you lost it? So you had to go and sit there?
I lost the trumpet.
You lost the whole trumpet.
Just miming the.
No joke.
Just like
They're
draining
the trumpets.
Yeah, that'll put a dent in practicing.
It really will put a dent in it. Concert went great though. I don't know how.
That's so crazy. Now that's a piece right there of like the poor girl who has to fake the trumpet. Hilarious. Connor, anything else to plug out in the world?
No, nothing coming up. So book me to make it happen.
Yeah, great.
I
love it.
I'll probably have a video coming out like in a month or whatever, or more. I have to figure something.
Don't rush it.
All right.
2 comments to hit you up. XJRX says that was hilarious, made me laugh a lot. Nice. And then Kevin, you people have nice smiles.
Oh, hey!
Both very nice.
Both very nice.
Now we refuse to smile.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Connor, I'm sure we'll see you soon. Great piece. The fact that it's a new piece, even more impressive because it was super funny already.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you next time. Later.
Bye, Connor. God.
Great. Guys, that's the show. We've done the show. The show
we did
has
the show.
concluded.
The show's over.
Yes. We have done it. We covered a wide range of topics tonight, as usual. I'm curious to see. Carly in the comments was like, I've gone too deep and I think I've learned too much, and then has since said nothing in the comments. So I hope everything's fine. Okay? Yeah, no.
Give her time.
A lot of times people find a picture and it literally shuts off their brain. That's totally normal. Of me in tights doing Shakespeare.
Absolutely.
Well, come back next week, everyone. We'll be back. I'm doing more characters next Wednesday in 2 weeks-ish. What's that?
I mean, not everybody. But
yeah, not everybody, but some number of us will be. Sarah, that's a secret. In 2 weeks, on the 15th, we'll be doing a live show in New York City. Look for that live stream on this channel as well if you want to check it out. I think we're going to do that. It's at 7:30. Buy your tickets at the link in the comments, please.
Under St. Mark's.
Yes. Carly's jumping in. Peanuts live's floppy ball cap is an experience.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. I do the Charlie Brown Christmas every year in Brooklyn, except for during pandemic, and it's fun. The bald cap is weird. I will say.
Oh, it's weird?
I'd look weird in it, but don't say what you're going to say because it's very funny.
I famously say Justin did give me a 3-line part in it, which I thought it was only 2 lines, and I did ruin the show.
It's impossible to ruin that show. It
was a really long pause where, in my defense, y'all have been doing it for many years, and nobody else knew my line.
Yeah. I will say people knew it, but I don't think us saying it has the same impact as
someone could have whispered it to me. Okay, it's kids in the
I mean, that's true. But I will say a lot of the people in the show aren't actors. They're people we've met over the years at bars and stuff.
But I am, and that's what makes it humiliating.
Right. You were playing Frida, I believe.
Yep, and you said, you need to run it? And I said, nah, man. In my brain, I was like, 2 lines, easy peasy.
Got it.
I looked back at my script. There was indeed a 3rd line.
Yeah, there's so much dust. It's taking the curl out of my naturally curly hair.
I think that's what it is.
That was that. I think you said. I hope you said that one.
Oh, you remember the line it was. Okay, so it was really bad. Okay, so you do remember.
No. I've done this show for 14 years.
Right.
So I think in Charlie Brown. But anyway, we're trying to end the show. Thank you so much for coming out. We'll see you next week. Hit us up on the Characters Welcome Business Venmo. That's the kind of money we used to pay Jorge, the best tech in the biz. Get him out here. There. Whoa!
What have you done with Jorge, Mandalorian?
I am the daimyo of this stream now.
Absolutely.
I've been sitting on this the entire time. My nose bridge is.
How long have you had it?
That's actually on your head.
I gotta be honest, I haven't seen it.
This is a real helmet.
Oh, it looked for a bit like some sort of just graphic that you've got hovering over you.
I love that.
No, this is me, babe.
Yeah. I feel bad we didn't cover a lot of Star Wars content on the May the 4th Be With You show, Jorge.
True, that's
we'll do it next year.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Look, Jorge's mad. He's sad and mad. He's sad and mad.
He's
This is sad.
What is this? Make it Star Warsy. What is this called?
Bantha Fetty.
Yes, that's when we go out on a killer Star Wars ref.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good one.
Later.